Hello and welcome along to episode 1 of Ninqueso Live, and this is the real episode 1 and not that phony one that we did last week. I am joined, as hopefully always, by Miss Bree. How are you this week?
You know what? I'm awesome. As always, I'm awesome.
That's good. So, it's not as busy this week news-wise, so let's just have a little talk. What have you been up to?
Do you know what? I've been doing a lot of training. So I brought the Olympic bar home from my daughter's. For those who don't know,
my Olympic
one of the
bar.
other things that I do is a strength and conditioning coach. So I've got my own Olympic bar.
My Olympic bar.
No, my Olympic bar.
It's mine. I acquired that.
Mine. Anyway, possession is 9/10 of the law and all property is theft. Anyway, so yeah, I brought that home and I've been doing a bit of training this week. So I'm like building up the guns.
Cool. Been on the Xbox at all?
I have actually, and I started a new quest line. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying that. So Skyrim is my game of choice at the moment.
I was about to say, people don't know what game you're playing.
Yeah,
you need to point that out.
Dark Brotherhood is where I've been at, enjoying like slitting throats, and I've now gone into Thieves Guild. So I'm getting my teeth into that one. So that's what I've been got into. And my thing is, like, I can never go on Skyrim and just like do an hour.
That's impossible.
But it ends up like 4 a.m. before I'm going. I got to get up the next morning. You know what I mean? I'm up at 6, so it's that's the problem really with my my Skyrim habit. What have you been doing? What have you been playing?
See, I'm tempted at like getting Skyrim because on Sunday I built myself a PC, which I've not done before. And now I'm really tempted to get Skyrim for it and just see how much I can push the graphics and make it, how pretty I can make it look. But I don't know if I can justify it with having Skyrim on the Xbox, the Switch, the 360, the PlayStation 4 VR. I don't think I need a 6th copy. I've been playing quite a bit actually this week though.
Okay, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Pokemon Yellow, the original Game Boy version, and I've been streaming that on Twitch, and I'm actually doing this thing called a Nuzlocke challenge, which for those that don't know, a Nuzlocke challenge means if your Pokemon faints, that's it, it's gone, it's dead, you can't use it ever again, and you're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon that you discover in each new area, so you're very limited on the amount of Pokemon you can have, and it is really stressful. You know, my Pikachu, Dennis, he actually died, unfortunately, fighting Misty. And it was a bit like, oh, Dennis. And that's the other thing. I'm giving them all names so that I get more attached to them. I've got Lisa the Pidgeotto. I've got Monty, who's a Zubat. And I've got Zelda, who's a Sandshrew. So I've got three still alive. But yeah, my Dennis died, which is quite upsetting. Apart from that, I've also been doing my normal streams of Mario Maker, bit of Call of Duty, and today I played an interesting game, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, that came out today. Playing it on the PS4 because it's part of PlayStation Plus, which means it's free. I don't know if you actually streamed that this morning on Facebook, and I don't know if you caught any of the stream.
You know what? I've logged in and out as I usually do, just to make sure I know what you're up to. But I was training a client, so I couldn't stay for long. Normally I say cool. Hello, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I say you're rubbish. That's pretty much what I'm always looking for to do.
But yeah, so it's good from what I played. I think the problem is it's brand new today and it's free on PlayStation Plus. So I think there's a lot of people trying to play it. And there was, I think after the first game, which I did 2 rounds in, I had a loading screen of just black screen for nearly 15 minutes. And it was like, I quit the game a couple of times, went back in, it was just loading. So yeah, I think the servers are kind of struggling at the moment.
No one wants that.
No.
One wants loading screen. I'm
going to try playing it again later tonight, just to hopefully, like, once some people are gone, because I think it could be my kind of game. It's quite luck based, I think. I think there is skill involved, but there's a lot of luck.
That's what you're saying, isn't it, Bestie? You don't need to actually have any skill.
Exactly, and that's just why I'm good at it. and
definitely your type of game.
why when I play Call of Duty I just die all the time. Apart from when I'm not streaming. When I'm not streaming, I do a lot better.
It's nerves. It's nerves.
It's not. I think it's because I don't get upset about just hiding when I'm not streaming. It's like I can do what I want. No one's watching. But when people are watching, it's like, I can't just stand here and hide and lurk in the shadows. I've got to go somewhere and do something, make it interesting.
Anyway, it's time to get on with it.
It is.
What have we got
So,
coming today?
this week, it's been a bit of a quiet week, I think.
Right.
But we got, first story, got Microsoft actually came out, because we had rumours circulating from, I think it was Smith's Toy Group, posted up on their website about Halo Infinite. Well, the thing is, though, they post something up accidentally and they took it down really quick. But, people screen capture and it gets out there. If it goes on the internet, it's everywhere. And it was suggesting that Halo Infinite, the multiplayer, would actually be free to play. Literally, day later, Microsoft comes out and goes, yep, that's true. So, got an article here from The Verge. Microsoft confirms Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and up to 120 frames per second. So they're going to go with like the Battle Pass, which is kind of what. Why are you there?
So this is like a Master Chief campaign, isn't it?
Yes. So Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode will be free to play and support up to 120 frames per second, Microsoft has announced. The news comes after a leak from Smith's Toy Superstores, which briefly posted details about Halo Infinite's multiplayer on a promotional page this week before quickly removing them once the internet discovered the reference.
And they've made some promises at the same time, haven't they?
Well, you got to remember, it's like the person that's in charge of their media or their internet is just some guy that probably has no idea about computer games, and it's just like, I just upload this then, do I? Okay.
Yeah.
The legendary Halo series returns with the most expansive Master Chief campaign yet and groundbreaking free-to-play multiplayer experience. Read the listing. Enjoy up to 120 frames per second and greatly reduced load times, creating seamless gameplay with Xbox Series X.
I read that actually. I read reduced loading times and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
This promises. And also, they addressed the whole graphics situation. Well, we talked about that in episode 0 last week when nobody could hear what I was saying.
Episode 0,
so
the archived one that no one will see.
There's work to do, didn't they? That was the quote, work to do. And it's like, yep, okay.
Yeah, well, it's an early build. And at the end of the day, I think people need to remember that essentially this game is being made for the Xbox One and it's getting Xbox Series X enhancements. So it's not going to look staggeringly amazing, but at the end of the day, if it plays well, it shouldn't really be much of an issue.
Well, that's, isn't it? It's down to the playing experience. That's what this one, because of like the Halo genre, that's what people are really looking for with this.
But apart from that, we don't really know much about the multiplayer yet, other than it's going to be free to play.
I also know I'm not playing with you because you're rubbish.
I don't like Halo, and I'm not rubbish.
Halo's
it just doesn't click with me. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this is going to be on Game Pass, and I have Game Pass, so I will try it. And obviously, the multiplayer is free anyway. And if it's like a big battle royale thing, I might have fun with it because I do with some of them. So I will give it a try.
My sister was still playing because me and my sister used to play Halo together. And then she got married and had children, and gaming. I don't know what that was about.
See, that was my life. That was my life tactics. That was, don't get married, don't have children, carry on playing computer games.
Yeah. Or you see, my life tactics was have it all early, get it out of the way, get back to the gaming. If she was still gaming, I would definitely play with her because she was fantastic at it. She was as much like bloodthirsty and driven as I am. And I think really that's you, Baron, is because you're too nice. That's why I don't like Halo.
Well.
Anyway.
Yes.
Have we said all we need to say about that?
I think so. Unless you got anything else to say about it.
No.
It's Halo. It's multiplayer. It's free to play.
It's free to play.
Yeah,
Halo.
it's kind of the way these things are going. It's exactly what Call of Duty's done. They're selling you the campaign, but you can get the multiplayer for free. And they're selling like battle passes where, I don't know if you know how this works, but if you get a battle pass, as you level up during the battle pass, you unlock more things. Yeah. It's like about £16 for the battle pass. I ain't paying that. Yeah, so let's move on. Sony had an announcement. They decided to let us know what was going to work with the PS5 when it comes to controllers.
And DualShock 4 will not.
The DualShock 4, the DualShock 4 will definitely not be working with the new controllers. Apparently things like flight sticks, steering wheels, and that will do. But it wasn't too happy. And then just mere hours after they announced this, Xbox takes to Twitter and posted, Xbox Series X is backwardsly compatible with all Xbox One controllers across all games.
No competition there.
So they were like, yep, let's jump in on that one.
Let's diss the opposition. You know, this really doesn't affect me because I'm not a PlayStation girl. I'm an Xbox girl through and through.
Well, it doesn't affect me, but it's kind of like...
I'd be brassed off if this was me, to be honest. And I understand why they've got a bit of stick about it.
I understand it, but I don't think people should be surprised. You need to go back to the PlayStation 1 and 2 where the controllers were cross-compatible, but the controllers weren't... The PlayStation 3 DualShock wasn't compatible with the PlayStation 4. So I don't know why people expected the new PlayStation 4 controllers to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. I mean, I guess it would have been nice if they were compatible with PlayStation 4 games on the PlayStation 5, because I think that's the big thing that people are getting a bit antsy about, is the fact that you can play certain PlayStation 4 games on there, but you can't use the old controllers, so why not? You can kind of understand it with the newer games that are taking effect, like using the features and that the DualSense has.
Yeah.
But it just...
And that's what they're trailing, really, is DualSense controller for PS5. That's really where...
They want to sell them. You know, I dread to think how much they're going to be. It's like the controllers are so expensive, and all the features this one's got, it's going to be like £70, £80.
Oh, yeah.
70 at the cheapest. 80, even pushing 90 for an extra controller.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where this is headed, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're kind of pulling a bit of an Apple, aren't they?
That's it. It's just making exclusive hardware, then make it redundant, so you have to upgrade to the new stuff.
I mean, it's a fantastic business model. Build in your redundancy, you know, and
it is.
It's stream going forward, but it brasses off your.
It's not a big issue though, because it's like couch co-op, couch multiplayer, like versus games. They're not a big thing anymore. Most of the games these days are all online, so you only need one controller.
Yeah.
And hopefully it will come with a controller. I mean, we don't know for sure. No one said if it's going to come with a controller, but that would be absolutely awesome if it didn't. Let's get that off because I went to the news story too early. Yeah, but
all right.
Let's get it then. We are going on with it. Just calm down. Let's just be mellow. Let's just go with the flow.
I'm violent and bloodthirsty.
But yeah, it's not all from PlayStation. PlayStation have announced that there will be a State of Play returning this Thursday on August the 6th. So this is from Blog PlayStation. It's been a while, but State of Play returns this Thursday with a focus on third-party published games coming to PS4 and PSVR. We'll have a few PS5 games updates on third-party and indie titles. We'll have a few updates on PS5 game updates on third-party and indie titles you saw in last June's PS5 showcase. So we're what is it? August, September, October. We're 3 months away from the supposed launch of PlayStation 5, and they're not going to be talking about PlayStation 5.
No,
It's like,
not going to be talking about that. They're very, very firmly under our focuses on third party. You know, it's just like seriously.
Xbox and Sony are being very, very cagey and secretive with each other. Nobody wants to go first and be like, we're coming out this day. This is how much we are, because they're worried the other company's going to go, we're coming out the week before, and we're going to be £100 less.
That's it. It's kind of their.
It's a cat and mouse. It's cat and mouse.
To see who, it's like finger on the trigger. See if who jumps first.
I mean, I can understand the PSVR talk, because the PSVR is going to be compatible with PlayStation 5. They've announced that. The camera that you use is going to need an adapter, but apparently, you're going to be able to get it for free if you've got PlayStation VR. Sony's going to give you a free adapter, which I quite like, because I've obviously got. I mean, I've got like I haven't even got the PS4 camera. I've got the PS3 one.
This could be a long job, though. You know what I mean? You could be waiting a long time for that.
That's fine.
That, you know, the logistics is, you know,
it's not, you know, I don't think. Oh, let me just jump over.
Anyway, what I was going to say about this State of Play announcement, which for those who don't know, it's on the 6th and it's 9 p.m. UK time. If you're in the US, it's 4 p.m. Eastern. I was like, this is a pre-launch. You know what I mean? They're kind of like the guy that comes on before the main act. That's what they're doing here. So I would not be surprised if we don't get a main announcement off the back of this. I'm going to look with interest at what's said towards the end of this, actually. And they've said already it's going to be 40 odd minutes.
Yeah, it's a long time. I think the focus is going to be more PSVR things that are going to be compatible over both. Sales figures for PSVR is about 5 million. So it's not a massive number compared to the 100 million or so consoles they've sold a PS4. You know, it's a small proportion, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad to get the adapter. But yeah, so this, I'll continue reading the article from PlayStation blog. Let me just switch that over. The episode is weighing in at 40 plus minutes. We've got a great lineup in store featuring plenty of new gameplay footage and other game updates. Can't wait to hear what you think. And just to be and this is the best bit.
Don't want to know what
this is the
this is always somebody who complains.
No, but this is the best bit because you know what the internet's like and how they complain. Just to be super clear, there will be no PlayStation Studio updates in Thursday's episode. There won't be any updates around hardware, business, pre-orders, or dates either. On Thursday, our focus is squarely on showcasing some cool upcoming games coming to the broader PlayStation ecosystem. Should be fun. It's like there is nothing at all to do with the PlayStation 5. Please do not comment on the video afterwards saying there's no PlayStation 5 news while they talk about PlayStation 4. Dislike.
Nobody ever reads that stuff anyway.
So yeah, so as you said earlier, the new State of Play episode's on Thursday the 6th. So at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. British Summer Time. So I'll live stream that on this channel and we can like.
Oh, can I come?
Yeah. I can. I'm sure I can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, best get on it, eh?
Yeah, you might just be like, yeah, we can just do it like that. Yeah, it'll be fine. We just do it the setup we got at the moment.
Corner or something like that, and I'll just.
Or you can just be a disembodied voice and float around like a ghost. As long as you go, ooh, I'm a ghost of Miss Bree. I'm here to talk PlayStation.
Yeah, I haunt a lot of people. Let me tell you. What's next, Bestie?
Next, Animal Crossing's back in the news. Obviously, they had that update last week.
They did.
And Animal Crossing fans upset that Nintendo is taking down hacked Dream Islands. Duh.
They take down hacked stuff. Amazing.
So if you've hacked your game, why would you upload it to a Nintendo site? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
What gets me about this is like the report button.
Oh yeah, I like the report button.
The report button. That is the Karens of the world's dream.
Oh, I was tempted. I've only been to one. I have done the old dreaming thing, gone to one island, which I got someone off the internet, and it was just like ridiculous. Their island had so much stuff on it that the game was juttering like it couldn't keep a stable frame rate. It was awful, and there were just things there that I'd never seen, and that's one of the things that people have been being removed for.
What interests me about this is apparently the biggest hacked item is the trees. Yes,
they had the trees, and I was like, what on earth are these? Why haven't I got them? It's because they're not legit.
That's right. The hack, instead of making the trees like get fruit and stuff, they get stars. So
yes, star pieces.
Trees, and people are reporting star trees, and I'm like, you killjoys.
I don't think it's even like people reporting it. I think it's Nintendo seeing it and taking it down. So Animal Crossing's New Horizons latest update allows players to upload their islands to the internet. My island's there. I'll put my code down in the description in case anyone wants to watch it.
This is the island that you create in the dream state. That's what's
important. It's actually your island. The way it works
I thought it was the dream state island.
the way it works is you go to your bed and lie down, go to sleep. This strange anteater type lady comes along and sees you and was like, hello, do you want to upload your island? And basically what it will do is however your island is at that precise moment, you upload it to the internet.
Right.
So if you change it in a few days' time, you need to re-upload it if you want to keep it the same. Yeah,
right.
but it's kind of...
What's the lady anteater's name, though?
Oh, I can't remember what her name is. Something or other. Let's call her Carol. Let's call her Carol.
Yeah. Carol the anteater. Yeah. It's probably Anita.
I don't think it is. It's something weird. So you can upload it to the internet, which other fans can then visit in a dreamlike state. But according to recent player reports, Nintendo is being aggressive about taking down islands which use any sort of cheating or hacking, something that is upsetting players who use the powers largely for decorative purposes.
Yeah.
What else is there? What else is there to use for Animal Crossing?
The argument here is it's a non-competitive game, and they're saying, well, why shouldn't they? But at the end of the day, Nintendo owns this.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they take
exactly.
it down? It can't come as a shock. I mean, I do understand that, for myself, I have upgraded my male figure faces on my Skyrim, so I get that urge.
Yeah.
To make it look good.
Things like that. Bethesda embraced that, which is why it's an option on the menu of the game.
Exactly. And I think maybe it'll come eventually, but right now I just can't see Nintendo having it. But what's interested me about this is I read that one of these YouTubers has done a whole video about reporting people, and I was like, get a life, dude, get a life.
Yeah,
clearly short of content there.
Nintendo is very protective of their IPs,
Well, why shouldn't they be?
Exactly. And there's no... And I'm pretty sure... let me just read this next bit because this is about the trees. One popular hack involves tweaking trees so that instead of bearing fruit, they display items such as star fragments, though other types of tree hacks are possible. Fans have been known to display anything from fossils to heart crystals on their hacked trees. Some players even sell trees to other New Horizons devotees. But hacks also make it possible to do nearly anything in the game, such as generate villagers to live on the islands. And like I said, the amount of stuff that there was on this island that I went to, there's no way, if you've played it legitimately, that you're ever going to be at that point unless you're on it even going on there 24/7. By the way, the day-night cycle works. Yeah. I know people like time travel, which if you want to time travel, it's your game, do it, I guess. It just means you change change the date on the Switch, so when you go back in the game, it thinks it's a different time. So one person received this email from Nintendo. Thank you for using Nintendo Switch. Content you posted in game has been deleted because it violates a Nintendo account user agreement, including the Nintendo Code of Conduct. Title: Animal Crossing New Horizons. Content: A Dream. And it doesn't show it on there, but I'm sure I read one other one. It carried on sort of saying, if you continue, further action may be taken, which basically would mean they'll ban you from anything online. They'll ban that account because people can hack their Switches, and that can get their accounts banned.
Yes.
So, I mean, I am not surprised that Nintendo do this. I don't think anyone else should be surprised. I don't know what people were thinking to upload to the Nintendo site if you have a hacked island and you've been cheating. I mean, I remember it's like when they first released Pokemon Bank.
I love you saying that. If you've been cheating. cheater, pumpkin eater.
At the end of the day, it's your game. If you want to cheat, that's great. The only person you're cheating is yourself. Because it's not a multiplayer online battle or anything. But yeah. I remember back in the day when they announced Pokemon Bank for storing your Pokemon, and it was like, if you're detected that your Pokemon have come from any legitimate means, you'll get your account, everything deleted. And it's like, wow, I'm scared to go on there now. Because I've got one Machop that's a shiny that I used an Action Replay cartridge to get. Now I'm scared.
Living in fear.
So, yeah, I just don't understand why people are surprised that this is happening and why you would get upset and why you would even put it up there if you've hacked.
Well, as I said before, the internet are stupid complainers.
Still. So, Xbox Cloud Gaming will hit Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on September 15th. And
yes,
this article is from, what is it from? Engadget. Engadget? I can't read. Next article got a Japanese name, and I'm well worried about that one. So, Microsoft's video game streaming technology, Project xCloud, will come to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on September 15th at no additional cost to members.
yes,
That's me. The initial rollout covers 22 countries across North America, Europe, and South Korea, and gives players access to more than 100 games, including Destiny 2, Gears 5, Minecraft Dungeons, The Outer Worlds, Sea of Thieves, Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Close.
Microsoft revealed in July that xCloud would be rolled into Game Pass Ultimate in September, but didn't share an exact date or specific titles coming to the service. Today, Microsoft's listed the names of 36 games heading the Game Pass Ultimate via xCloud, and we've published those at the end of the article. Project xCloud makes Xbox console game playable on Android smartphones and tablets, not iPhones then. I don't have an Android phone. That's rubbish. Streamed. You'd think it'd be easier for an iPhone because it's all one standard setup, not like all different. Streamed over Wi-Fi or cellular data. It's been live in beta since October 2019, and it's proven to be one of the most constant, steadily growing streaming services out there. Game Pass Ultimate costs $15 a month. I think it's about £10 I'm paying for it here.
Yeah, it's just over 10 quid, $15.
And it gives members access to a game library on Xbox consoles, PC, which I'm just discovering, and Android devices. No iPhones. I know why. It's Microsoft, isn't it? Windows.
Yes.
Apple are probably like, no, we're not letting you put it on ours because we don't like you.
We're not playing with iOS.
It's our ball. We're taking it and going home, eating cookies with our granny. There's also a basic version of Game Pass for consoles, which costs $10 a month. A separate version for PC, which is on sale, blah, 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 blah. We all know this. Streaming is a critical aspect of Microsoft's strategy for the future of console gaming. The company is banking on cross-platform subscription services like Game Pass to generate recurring revenue and create an all-encompassing gaming ecosystem for the largest number of possible players. Combined, Game Pass and xCloud streaming will theoretically give players a massive, constantly updated game library that's accessible on practically any device, except iPhone, or hardware they have, negating the need for a shiny new console. Yeah, but I still want a shiny new console.
No, but we all want a
that new console smell.
Every gamer in the world who wants a shiny new console.
Exactly.
What?
Microsoft has been dismantling the idea of strict console generations for years and is now targeting players on any devices. So yeah, it goes on quite a bit. There's a list of games. I think it's pretty much what you've got on the PC thingamabobby Game Pass at the moment. Thingamabob. That's the one.
Game Pass.
Yes. So yeah, it'd be nice to have. I do worry about streaming though, because then you don't own the games, and at any point they can just take them away, and you'll never see them again.
Yeah, and that's for me. That's a big drawback for that.
I mean,
because I like to come back stuff over and over again. And
yes.
If it suddenly disappeared, you see, I think there are certain games which are like, and this is what I was going to say is when you asked me at the beginning of the episode what you've been playing this week, one I've been looking at is SSX3. Because I used to play that back in the day. That was one of my all-time favourite games. And again, I used to trash my sister's ass on that. And I was like, oh, I'll download this week. I haven't managed to do it. But I think, there's some games you just go back and back and back. And if it's going to disappear, I'm like, I don't want to get started on that because I'm going to get disappointed. And I hate disappointment.
Yeah. Like I said, I've still got a drawer full of my Super Nintendo and N64 games. Yeah. And the whole... Yeah, we're just going to stream it. So you don't have to buy it. I mean, Game Pass is good in the fact that I can try games that I wouldn't necessarily play otherwise. I think one of the games, a good example of this is Lonely Mountain Downhill. I played that on Game Pass just because, and I liked it so much I actually bought it for the Switch, which I never would have bought otherwise. But
if it's not going to give you the required hours,
yeah, I mean,
even started here.
At least with Game Pass, unlike Stadia, for example, where you still have to, even though it's a streaming service, you still have to buy the games. And at what point is Google going to be like, nah, we're fed up with this and we're going to close it down, and your games are gone? I mean, this kind of little bit different,
that
but
well.
obviously just
have a quick about face.
Yes, definitely. But obviously just going back to the whole digital games as well, it's so convenient having digital games on the Switch. I will definitely say it's nice because you can have all your games there. You don't have to keep searching for your game cards, carry boxes around with you. And I have got quite a few, I've got way more digital games on my Switch than I have physical. But going back to the generation before with the Wii U, that's where I kind of started getting digital games. And I actually booted that up a few weeks ago. And the hard drive that I had the game saved on was corrupted and doesn't work anymore.
No.
So I had to re-download most of the games onto the internal memory, which is only 32 gigs. And it only works with certain external hard drives. So I need to get another hard drive.
Right.
But at what point, if I had not done that then, and I discovered that 5 years down the line, and the servers were totally gone. I mean, I know they've closed the Wii Shop channel down now, so you can't download anything from there. Although I still believe you can re-download things that you own. But again, how long is that going to last? And it's worrying to think that you could lose your entire game library from an oversight of a mechanical failure.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's always your problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I agree 100% on that.
And I know it's kind of irrelevant anyway, because even with the cartridges, day one you get a patch, like you get a massive patch to straight away, and if the servers are down, you're not going to be able to get the patches, so some games won't even work. I mean, some games you buy cartridges, but only half of the game is on the cartridge these days. Yeah. It's a slippery slope. It is. I'm not adverse to the whole digital age, but they need some safeguards in it. They really does, just so you can keep everything there and not lose it all. Well,
you see, this is the thing. We grew up owning these things in our hot, sweaty little mitts, and it's
blowing on the connectors. It's not working.
That's right. Yeah. When we used to have cassette tapes back in the day, moving over that.
Cassettes.
Not admitting to how old we are.
Right.
To have a Spectrum.
I think we've just got the one more little story to go over, and that is, I've got an article up on Nintendo Life. Taiwanese rating suggests that the original No More Heroes is heading to Nintendo Switch. Oh, sorry, Kelly. Sorry, my cat's in my way. It was going to be really smooth if it wasn't there, and I was just going to be like, I've got the box of the original No More Heroes in my hand here, going, ooh, No More Heroes. I own it on the Wii, because I'm like that. Ooh. I got number 2 there, but I'm not going to disturb the cat again just to get that. So, No More Heroes. A newly spotted Taiwanese rating suggests that the original No More Heroes could soon be arriving on Nintendo Switch. The game, which first launched on the Wii back in 2008 in the West, has been a contender for Switch for some time now. Back in 2018, series director Goichi Suda from Suda's 51, Mr. Suda, we'll call him Mr. Suda, I can say that, said that he'd been having conversation with Japanese publisher Marvelous over a potential Switch port of the game, saying he'd love to be able to do that. The new rating lists Marvelous as the publisher, suggesting that those talks have progressed nicely and that an official announcement may well be imminent. The Taiwanese rating board has been particularly good to us just recently, also potentially giving the game away on new releases of League Dragon, Redout Space Assault, and World of Tanks Blitz, as well as Crimson Clover.
World of Tanks Blitz.
Apparently. Yeah. Not my game.
Oh, love me a bit of that.
Not a game for me. So so potentially No More Heroes might be coming to Switch, and this makes sense to my mind, because obviously No More Heroes 3 is in development and is meant to be coming out in 2020. We don't have an exact date yet. No More Heroes 1 came out back in 2008, as this said, and No More Heroes 2 came out, once Google tells me.
Quick.
I'm doing it. No More Heroes 2.
What did you say about Google?
Release date. No,
Interestingly enough, I recently read that Google owns Fitbit, and how terrifying is that? Not that I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm not, but obviously being in the health and fitness world, I know just how many people have got Fitbits and just what kind of data they've got at their fingertips. It terrifies me, frankly.
So 2010 it came out, and we're talking January 2010. So well over 10 years. So it's been well over 10 years since we've had a main No More Heroes game. We did get No More Heroes Travis Strikes Back come out last year, which wasn't great, but it wasn't anything like it wasn't the same style as a No More Heroes game. No. So it kind of suggests that is what people are going to know and associate with the game. So bringing the original, if they drop it at a really a good price, so it's not expensive, and people can play it and be like, oh, actually, this isn't too bad.
I think this will go well, to be honest. I think it will.
I've got to shake the joystick, the Joy-Con, in a very sexually suggestive way in order to recharge my power sword, but
Well, what's not to like about shaking a sword in a susceptible?
Exactly. So, I mean, I can see this happening, and also it'd be nice if this is true as well. Then hopefully we should be gearing up for some sort of announcement from Nintendo before too long.
Yeah. What was the timescale on that?
Oh, what for the announcement?
Yeah.
What do you mean the timescale?
For it coming out.
It just says soon. It's been rated in Taiwan, so they've given it a age rating. Right. So there's no timescale to it. It's just basically the Taiwanese rating board has sat down and gone, right, this is such and such game. So it kind of suggests that the game is finished, has been. I was gonna say that. It's still going to be. It still could be a while. It's an easy game to shadow drop. You wouldn't even need a physical release for it. Just whack it onto the
holiday launch. You know that.
Whack it onto. It's not a holiday game. No one knows No More Heroes. It's really not. If No More Heroes 1 is going to come out, it's going to come out end of this month, early next month. And then if No More Heroes 2 is going to come out, that'll be October, I reckon.
Is this your back-to-school choice?
Is my back-to-school choice? No. My back-to-school choice is like hiding under the bed, going, no, I'm not going back to school.
Get back to school.
But I'm going to go out on a limb here as well and make a prediction that people can come back and go, you were wrong. Or, oh my God, you know everything. If No More Heroes is coming back, and we're still getting No More Heroes 3 coming out, we still need to find out who the next character is in Smash. And I think Travis Touchdown would make a lot of sense, because if you're looking back at like when they released Byleth, that was because the DLC was just about to be released. The last pack of the DLC was being released for Fire Emblem, and it's kind of a way of promoting the game. Like when Hero released, it was because Dragon Quest, whatever number it was, Definitive Age was coming out. So I think I will go so far as when they reveal they will reveal the next Smash character at some Nintendo Direct type event, and it'll be Travis Touchdown, and then they'll shadow drop No More Heroes straight away afterwards, and then they'll also say No More Heroes 3 is coming out whenever, whether it is still this year or not.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I reckon is going to happen.
Yeah.
And
all right, said it here first.
Exactly.
Making a note.
And
you were talking rubbish.
And you can come back and comment on me in years to come and be like, haha, you're a fool, it's still not even out and it's 2027.
Speaking of which, if you haven't yet, don't forget to press the subscribe button, because you want to see us again.
That's the spill for the end.
All right.
Oh man, you've ruined my spill already.
Oh.
But yeah, if you do like,
I'm ahead.
If you do subscribe during the show, we get little notifications pop up on the screen.
And I would get so excited.
Have you subscribed to the channel?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Has your boy subscribed? Get him to subscribe now.
I don't even think he's watching, to be honest.
No, just get him to subscribe so we can see it like come up.
I'll have to tell him.
Okay. I think that's all the news stories.
Somewhere.
Have you got anything news-wise you want to add?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll update you as to whether I managed to get onto SSX3. That's my big news of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to get some more games on Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Warzone. See, that little notification is saying it's time, Farron. Wind it up.
Nah, Fall Guys is where it's at now. Fall Guys is my game. I'm going to stream that in a bit. Okay. Right, so we've reached the part where we're going to answer your questions. At least we would if this was episode 2 and someone had asked us questions. If you want to ask us anything, please feel free, write down a comment in the section and we'll get back to you next week.
Yeah,
or you can get us on Twitter, just hashtag Ninqueso Live, and we will get it that way. If there's anyone watching, you can put a thing in the stream now and we might be able to get it. We got Debbie Jane saying, just no hiding, lol. I think that was from a while ago. But yes.
Yeah, very hot on Twitter. I'm a big Twitter girl.
I don't really know Twitter.
Come and find that. Come and find me on Twitter.
But I know if you hashtag and just below us, look, all our social media links, point down and then you're there. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you think that we know at least a little bit about gaming, because we really don't. And remember to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Until next time.
Catch you later.
Catch you later.
Right, smoothie end the stream.